Okay, let's make some sense of some Latin. Cornelius Nepos, Atticus 10.5. Thus Atticus, in the utmost fear, not only for himself, but even to him who he considered most dear, there was a protection for him, and not only him but his friend. What was that weird thing there? Okay. For neither, what have we got here? Did he seek auxilium or help from anyone alone, auxilium of his safety for him alone. But there's the end of this thing. Oh, this bit here was deleted in some of the text. I think that's what it meant. But those people who were joined to him, something had appeared. What have we got? He didn't want any fortune. There's vel many want from this verb here. So he didn't want a fortune or fate to help him just for himself from this person helping, but also for the people close to him he was thinking about. 6. That if a gubernator, someone who steers the rudder in the ship, is extolled with special praise, who a ship from a winter and the sea, he preserves it from reef or rocks. Why should not it be thought this singular type of prudence, which in such and so great gravis civil storms, okay, so the civil war is compared to a ship in a storm, why shouldn't he be praised for getting the ship to safety, it looks like, in times of civil war, etc. Okay, 11. As he emerged himself from these quibus malices, from these evil circumstances, he did nothing other or else than, quem plurimus, as many as possible, that he was able to, with things that he had, it looks like, quibus rebuses, to be an auxiliar. Okay, so he got some help from other people, and now, tide's turned, he's being a help to people. For when people were prescribed, the common people were complaining about these prescripted people of the empires, of the emperors, it's plural, probably triumvirate, with rewards. There were rewards for getting these people, I guess. No one came to Epirum, to who any matter or sustenance or something or help that was lacking. So no one came here who had anything lacking, because Atticus helped them. And the power was given to them, or the ability was given. We have negative here. Nemonym comes from no one. No one did not, so everyone did. There have the potest, or the ability or something of staying there perpetually. So basically what it comes down to, there's prescriptions out with rewards, but anyone who came into this place where Atticus was, nothing was lacking to them, and they were all given the ability to stay there perpetually. 2. Why even after the battle of Philippi and the Interitum, the death of Cassius and Brutus, this guy here, L. Julius Mucilia, a praetor, and the son of him, his son, and Aulus Torquatum, and the rest who had been struck with the equal sort of fate or fortune, he instituted or gave orders for them to be safeguarded, sueri, and from Epirus, where he was at, where all these people were, he ordered everything that would support them or that they needed sent to Samothrace. 3. Difficult est takes the infinitive. It's difficult to follow up in everything, and it's not necessary. This one thing we want to be understood, the liberality of him, or the generousness of him, neither was temporary or due to the time, nor was it colored or well thought out or with a pretext. This, from these rebuses and times, these circumstances and times, is able to be judged or adjudicated that he did not sell himself to the people who were flourishing in power, but he always succoured or helped the people who were afflicted or in trouble. Qui, I guess that's Atticus. Atticus indeed to Sevilla, the mother of Brutus, not less after his death, as when she was flourishing, he colwered it, same thing for sowing and praising and revering, etc. So Sevilla, when she was in power, and then after the death of his son had lost power, he equally was still praising her, and not less in any way. 5. Using his liberality, his generosity, he gazetted no enemies. No enemies, or had no enemies. And neither did he laid about anyone, neither did he harm anyone. I don't know if it means financially or physically, but just in no way it looks like he didn't hurt anyone. Neither, if he received some injury, he did not prefer, just say that not for now, he was preferring to be oblivious or forgetful than to get revenge. What will I do with that non there? I think it's just cancelled out because of all these negatives up here. Once a sentence in Latin starts at negative, it has to continue negative. Anyway, the same, he retained things perceived or received, beneficial memories, immortal. Okay, so he had an immortal memory of retaining things which he'd received good things from people or something like that, you'd say. And however, things which he himself attributed or gave out, he only remembered it for as long as, co-add up to the point that he was thankful, he who received it. So he remembered all the good things he did, and he only remembered things as long as the people were thankful. So I think if people spurned him, he just sort of forgot about it, which is indicated by the fact he didn't seek revenge. 6. And so he did this, as it seems that the dictum or the proverb is true. So there's a little quote here. To a person, his mores, they create fortune. Okay, so to men, their own mores make their fortune. So I don't know, there's probably Virgil or someone they usually quote. Nevertheless, neither did he prior to his fortune, prior to which he created himself, it looks like, and he had a caveat, or he took care that he should not be plectator, he shouldn't be harmed or hurt or something, justly, in a manner rightly. So if he's conducting himself rightly, he wouldn't get hurt or something. Okay, Daily Dictionary of plectator. It's this one here, plecto doesn't have a supine, it looks like. Beat, buffet, punish, etc. Okay, last bit, 12. Therefore then, Icator, with these things done, he made it that Agrippa and Vespasianus Agrippa, with his intimate familiarity, joining him to the young Caesar Octavius. So Agrippa, as we know, he was in charge of the fleet or something. He was a very close friend to the young Caesar. Went since or low or something, on account of his influence and the power of Caesar. So although he had influence in the power of Caesar, we have a double negative again, nullius non. He did not have the power of conditions, which means he did have the power of choosing conditions. He most preferred that he would choose as an affinity, this is someone he joined with by marriage, he preoperated, he desired or chose the daughter of a Roman knight rather than nuptials of someone very wealthy. You might want to say generosum, I guess. Okay, so he's wanted to marry Atticus's daughter. And the conciliator was of this marriage, this nuptials, for this must not be concealed, was Marcus Antonius, the triumvir of reconstituting the Republic, or if you want to call it that, of whose influences he would have been able to increase his possessions. So far away from this desire of money he was, that I'll take that as no time, did he use his wealth or something and circumstances, except In deprecanding, which usually means avert by prayer, so he was averting any dangers of his friends from pericles, which are dangers and inconveniences. So he did use his wealth and influence to help his friends avert danger, etc.